of a God that was amazingly intellectual, amazingly literary, and so wrote the Bible through his shepherds, of course, literarily. So if the Bible is perhaps maybe just probably written literarily, because God would be like the ultimate writer, because perhaps God would be the ultimate writer, right? So perhaps the Bible is done with a lot of metaphor and parable and things not quite being exactly as they're put down. And God was dealing with men who were around, thousands of years ago, right? So these guys, these shepherds, they weren't quite in the advanced state. We are today as humans, right? Like they didn't know about television, for example, and a lot of other things, right? And so, could it be that God, when writing the Bible, went easy on the shepherds, so he didn't blow out their brains, so he didn't blow their minds, and perhaps God said 7 days instead of billions of years ago, right? I created, instead of saying billions of years ago, I created the earth. God just said 7 days for simplicity's sake. So the shepherds get it, right? And instead of, and so on. Like maybe the Noah and the Ark story wasn't quite so literal, right? Maybe God was drawing some simile or some metaphor, because God is the best writer, right? And he would know how to illustrate things magically for early peoples to understand, right? So what? So isn't, at the end of the day, saying the Bible is literal, is to be literally interpreted. So isn't, at the end of the day, saying the Bible is to be literally interpreted, isn't that like the same as calling God dumb? Giving him no credit for being, after all, God, and having a mind that thinks things we can't imagine. So if you interpret the Bible literally, aren't you effectually saying, I know exactly what God is talking about. I know exactly what God is thinking. I know the mind of God. Right? See where I'm coming from? Rillabee taught me this. Made me think on this.
Speak slowly, Rillabee. I can think between the words. Speak slowly, Rillabee. I can think between the words.
And where'd Edgar go? I knew him so well, it seems like only yesterday.
In the forest his eyes are gone.
Hi, I. Evil knocking. I used to be a young, dead man.
Thanks for only more questions, Rillabee. Biggest question always being the question one asks over and 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 over again. That one really already knows the answer to.
You know, you always reach the bottom of the class with booze. You know that. And you always reach the end of the cigarette.
You know, I have this problem actually. I have this problem with finishing things. Like, I always leave a little bit of wine left in the glass.
Right.
That's from last night.
Right.
A little bit left of the cigarette. A little bit left of food on my plate. I mean, you get it?
Yeah.
It's like if I finish it, I might want some more. But if I don't finish it, I know I don't want some more. You know?
If you don't finish it, you know you don't want any more. But so you always leave it. What I'm saying is, you always get to the, you know, there'll never be enough. You know, there'll never be like. So why not just stop smoking now? Drinking now.
You could say that about eating.
But eating, you need to survive.
Or love, or loving.
Mm.
Or dancing, or hoping, or writing, or making movies. You could say that about making movies. It will never be enough for you, right? So you might as well stop making them now. Huh?
Stop? No.
Exactly. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Right, but we don't want you to pass off this mortal plane and sure smoke.
What do you think happens when you die? That's it. The end.
Mm-mm.
Do you believe?
But also, we don't want you to go too early. We want you to do your works on Earth.
But what's the point? I mean, how can you decide that? Is there an age which is good? I mean, you could be an evil man and live till 90. You could say he lived too long. You could be a good person and live till 20. And you live too short. You could do nothing. You could do everything. Surely it's not the numbers
so
or the age or the years. It's about what you do with it, isn't it?
So you're smoking and drinking because it's okay to die because you'll go to some place else, in your mind.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I don't think it's good to smoke or drink too much. I think it's okay to drink, but not too much. Not too much. I don't know. You know, I thought... You know, the thing is, you see, I thought I was going to get married at 21.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to smoke before that. I used to drink before that, but I thought I'd just get married at 21. That's what I thought. I mean, that's what everybody in my family did.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought, well, I get married and I stop smoking. Like I stop drinking too much because, you know, I have responsibilities. I'll be married. And I would want to marry someone who wouldn't want me to drink too much or smoke at all. And obviously I would not smoke in front of children, or especially my children.
Right.
And that's what I thought, and then it didn't happen, and so it scuppered my plans. So it's taking me a while to come up with another reason. I guess I wanted that to be the reason. And any other reason isn't quite good enough.
Or maybe it's just psychological and they got you stuck on them.
Perhaps.
But don't you worry, worry at all?
I worry more about other things that I do. I think they're more damaging to me in the long run. I think I worry about the things I do more to my soul than my body. Well, maybe not the word soul, than my heart or spirit. I worry about things I do to that more. You know?
Collect your thoughts.